Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and I just want to give you guys a quick market update, then we're going to get into the stock picks. Today went pretty much as expected. Thursday was down, kind of expected that, didn't really see any upward catalyst to push us up. But I do see Friday as possibly maybe being a slight up day. I don't think it's going to be a huge green day, but I think we might get a slight update on Friday. Futures right now are flat. I was about to start recording and I just noticed that Shenzhen went green and Shanghai literally just a few seconds ago went green as well. So sometimes the US will follow the Asian markets. The Asian markets are turning green, so I'm hoping we get a little bit of a green day on Friday. We've had 3 really strong down days in a row, and I think come Friday, some of the shorts might want to start covering, not wanting to hold through the weekend. And I also think that we're going to have quite a few dip buyers that are going to be jumping in on Friday as well. I'm going to be doing some of that. Now, look, I've been out of cash for a while, but I just got paid for my job. And so I'm just going to be eating ramen this week, and I'm going to take as much cash as I possibly can and put it into the stock market, because I gotta tell you guys, we're getting real close to the bottom here. Okay, we're really close. We might have an update on Monday if the stimulus bill gets signed and everything goes through with that. Then we'll, if that happens, we'll definitely have a green day on Monday. But if not, we might be another week out. But I think this market correction is going to be over next week or the week after. I don't really see it going much longer than that. I think we're really close to the bottom right now. And I think even going into starting Friday and going into next week, we're going to see some stocks start to go up. PLTR is one of the stocks that just refuses to break support. It has bounced and it's starting to go back up. And so I think we're going to start seeing that more and more over these next few weeks. Now, generally speaking, we are not at a market correction yet. We are this close on the NASDAQ. We got there intraday, but we didn't quite close there. So I think we're still going to have a few more down days before this is all said and done, but I think we're close. The NASDAQ actually hit its 100-day EMA today, which is a good sign. That's what we're looking for. And the S&P isn't quite there yet, but I think that's okay. All right, guys, let's get into the stock picks. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 10 YouTubers. I then compile all of my analysis into a daily video that I post right here on this channel. I spend hours every day watching YouTube videos so that you don't have to. All you have to do is watch one video each day and you will get every single stock pick from the top 10 YouTubers. And all I ask in return is that you click that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon and click all so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. All right, before we get to today's stock picks, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor and none of the YouTubers I analyze are financial advisors either. This video is purely for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who are wondering, you are looking at the Webull desktop app right now. I use Webull for trading and I also use Webull in all of my videos. And in fact, in the last few seconds, Hang Seng also went positive, so I'm very happy to see this. We now have 3 Asian markets that are in the green, so I'm really hoping that we will have a green day tomorrow, at least a small one. Again, I don't think it'll be big, but we should get a small green day tomorrow. All right, guys, let's get to today's stock picks. All right, first up is AMC. This is AMC Movie Theaters. Trades reviewed AMC late Wednesday night and again Thursday evening. This is a slow bleed right now, and the MACD is about to turn bearish, so it looks like AMC will continue to fall in the short term. Now, Trades talked a lot about market manipulation on AMC. He did a good job explaining failure to delivers and some of the dynamics on how the market manipulation works. Long story short, the stock price is being artificially pushed down right now, but that can only happen for so long before the market makers have to buy the shares and deliver them. And based upon the options action Trace Trades thinks the price will get back to true market value sometime before March 19th when the options expire. Now, Trace Trades recommends holding for now. Short interest is still very high and the borrow fee continues to increase, so we could see another short squeeze. Personally, I will remind you that I sold my AMC when it was at $9 and I'm still waiting for AMC to finish dropping before I buy back in. The fact that the MACD is about to turn bearish does bother me a little bit, so I don't know how low this is going to get. If it's $7 or $6, I don't know, but I'm still waiting for it to go back down a little bit more. All right, next up is AONE. This is a SPAC and they're merging with Markforged. Markforged is an AI-powered 3D printer and composite materials manufacturer. StockMo bought AONE earlier this week. He likes the fact that they are predicting a 68% annual growth. This SPAC has a floor of $10, so there is very little downside risk with AONE. Next up is CCIV. This is a SPAC and they're merging with Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors is an American EV company and a competitor to Tesla. StockMo bought more CCIV on Thursday when it dropped below $24. Now technically, I see CCIV bounced off of strong support at $21, so I was happy to see that. I think we could see $21 again, but the chances of CCIV dropping down to the 200-day EMA at around $16.23 is quite small. I do plan on buying more CCIV on Friday. Oh, by the way, real quick, some of you guys have been asking me how to get your Webull set up like mine. Let me just show you. It's really easy. You go over to the indicators right here and you click this little chart indicators thing. You're going to have to go down to all indicators and add some because they're not there by default, but come down here and add EMA. And then once you have EMA, what you're going to do is you're going to click MACD, RSI, and EMA. And that's how you can get your chart set up like mine. On the EMA, you're going to change the numbers. The numbers I recommend are 5, 10, 21, 50, 100, and 200. And once you have those numbers changed, then you go to the settings tab and you do check boxes on the 10, 21, 50, 100, and 200. And that's how you'll get this set up like I've got here. All right, let's get to the next one, which is CCV. The way a lot of these SPACs work is the last two digits are the Roman numerals for the number of the SPAC. In this case, CC stands for Churchill Capital. CCIV is Churchill Capital 4. CCV is Churchill Capital 5. So that's what you're looking at on CCV. So this is Churchill Capital 5. We all know that Churchill Capital 4 is merging with Lucid Motors, and StockMo is very excited about what Churchill Capital 5 might do. He said that he would be buying CCV on Thursday. Next up is DIS. This is Disney, and Keen & Grace likes the fact that they are licensing out their characters to be used during children's MRI scans. Now technically, DIS is dropping a little, and it looks like it will probably hit the 50-day EMA at around $179. So I would wait to buy DIS until it's close to around $180. Next up is IEC, and this is IEC Electronics Corp. StockMo likes IEC mostly because of the fundamentals, but also because it's back to its trend line, which is good support. StockMo is trying to transition from risky penny stocks to solid small cap stocks with good growth potential, and that is why he bought IEC on Thursday. Personally, I think if you want to stay with some of the high growth stocks at this point, perfectly fine, because the stocks that dipped the most during this market correction are going to be the stocks that rise the fastest once this market correction is over. All right, next up is NIO. This is NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. Keen & Grace thinks now is the time to start buying NIO. I think the bottom on NIO is around $35, which is the 200-day EMA. But just keep in mind that with all of these stocks, we could be oversold for a few days before we start going back up. So while $35 is the technical floor, it's not an absolute floor. NIO could drop down to $30 or so for a few days if it gets oversold. So don't panic if you buy at $35 or $36 and it keeps dropping. Just hold, because it'll probably get right back up there within a few days. Now, I will also let you know that StockMo bought more NIO on Thursday, and I plan on buying more NIO on Friday. Next up is NNDM. This is Nano Dimension, and they're a 3D computer chip printer manufacturer. Keen & Grace said NNDM is at a great buy price, and I agree. We are at very strong support right now. I don't think NNDM will drop too much further. We've got a good support level and the 200-day EMA at the same point right now, so that is going to act as a level of very strong support for NNDM. And sure enough, we bounced off of that level on Thursday. So if you've been waiting for NNDM to bottom before buying, I think we're pretty much there on this stock. Next up is RKT. This is Rocket Companies, and they're a fintech company that holds a wide range of financial companies, including mortgages, auto loans, and personal loans. Trace Trades posted an update Wednesday night and said that he was 100% wrong on RKT. He also said that he removed his stop loss so that he could suffer with everybody else, so he's still holding his shares as of Wednesday night. He looked at the updated short interest, and it looks like some shorts have covered, but not very many. This still has high short squeeze potential, but I think this will fill in the gap before it goes back up. That puts the bottom on RKT at around $24. But if retail investors fail to prop RKT up and short sellers win the day, this could drop down to around $19 before it bottoms out. Next up is SENS. This is Senseonics, and they're an implantable blood sugar glucose monitoring manufacturer. Richard Allen let us know that SENS reported earnings today. SENS reporting earnings per share, or EPS, of negative 12 cents versus an estimate of negative 11 cents. They also reported revenue of $3.9 million versus an estimate of $3.05 million. Revenues have actually been dropping over the past 2 years, but we already knew that. I still believe SENS is going to explode once they get their 180-day and 365-day FDA approvals, so I remain a long-term investor in SENS. Now in the short term, it does look like we might drop down to the 100-day EMA, which is around $1.92, so you might be able to buy in SENS at around $2 a share. Next up is SQ. This is Square, and Keenan Grace let us know that SQ received 2 analyst price targets on Wednesday, one for $295 and the other for $380. They own Cash App, and they are also getting into business loans. Now technically this is at the 100-day EMA, although it doesn't look like very strong support. This might drop down to the 200-day EMA, but we'll see. Keenan Grace said this is at a buy zone right now, but he did give his ideal buy-in price at the 200-day EMA of $180. Next up is SRNGU. This is another new SPAC, Soaring Eagle Acquisition Corp. There's no merger target yet, but Stockmo said that he bought the SPAC on Thursday because it was very close to its redemption value of $10. This team brought DraftKings and Skills public, so they have a good history of success with SPACs. By the way, if you guys want to find a lot of these new SPACs that have just started trading at around $10, go look down in the description of this video, and I've got a list of resources, free resources down there for you guys. And one of them is SPACinsider.com. Just click that link and you'll be able to see all the new SPACs that are coming out. Next up is XBIT. This is XBiotech, and Stockmo bought XBIT today. Now technically this is still quite bearish. RSI is still dropping, and the MACD is still bearish, and the price is still well above the 200-day EMA. So personally, I would not buy XBIT until it gets down below $17.50. Stockmo did give a $20 price target on XBIT. Next up is ZOM. This is Zomedica, and they're a pharmaceutical company. Keenan Grace reminded us that their first product is being launched at the end of this month. This is at the trend line right now, and it has actually held up pretty well during this market correction. Keenan Grace gave a buy-in price at the current price, and he gave his ideal buy-in price of the 50-day EMA at around $1.50. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and get a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock picks are for Friday. And if you want to get some free stocks, sign up for Webull or SoFi using my links in the description below. When you sign up for Webull and deposit just $100, they're going to give you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. They're also going to give me 1 free stock, so it helps you out, also helps the channel out. Don't forget, we still got that 15% discount on ZipTraderU. I have instructions in the description on how to take advantage of that if you want some training on how to trade successfully and profitably in the stock market. Finally, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.